Harvard-educated opera singer Davóne Tines was scheduled to perform here earlier this month with Celebrity Series. Of course, now all of his concerts nationwide have been canceled. But he recently joined me to talk about his vision for the performance of a religious mass with an African-American interpretation. But first, a performance he devised just for us.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Hail thee as the sun up above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of now away. Yes, giver of immortal gladness, yes. Fill us with the light, oh, fill us with the light, oh, fill us with the light of day. Singing nobody knows the trouble I'm seeing. Nobody knows my sorrow. Singing nobody knows the trouble I'm seeing. Glory, glory, hallelujah. I'm sometimes up, and I'm sometimes down. Now singing nobody knows my sorrow. I'm almost level to the ground, singing glory, yes, glory, hallelujah. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Singing, nobody knows the trouble I'm seeing. Singing glory, yes, glory, hallelujah. Yes, glory, hallelujah, glory, glory. Hallelujah.
Davóne Tines, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to talk with you.
So just to start, we see you here in kind of your origin story, I think. Tell me about where we're talking to you right now.
Right now, I'm in Warrenton, Virginia. It's a town near where I grew up. It's where my high school is. And right now, I'm also in First Baptist Church, which is a church that my grandfather is one of the music directors for.
What place did the church have in your finding music as a child?
The church was the first place that I encountered regular music making. Everyone in my family was required to go to church since, you were born. And since you could sing, everyone was required to go to choir rehearsal and participate in choir. So that's been a part of my life since I can remember, really.
I'm really intrigued by what you were going to do. Sadly, it was canceled for your Celebrity Series concert.
Yeah.
You were going to perform a mass, but it's one that you have devised, not something that would be so conventional or that people would already know.
Definitely. There are a lot of influences that led to kind of that realization of what that program would be. Especially growing up in the church, and ever since I was young, sitting in gospel choirs, like playing violin once in symphony orchestras, but then sitting in gospel choir rehearsal and hearing similar chord progressions, hearing similar ideas. I just wanted to communicate to people how different musics from different traditions and different peoples can have a similar spiritual or emotional effect, to kind of show equality between these things and show that, ultimately we are all connected, even though we express ourselves in very different ways.
What is the range of music that and it will happen again, we have that confidence after this pandemic, but that you will present in this program?
Thankfully, I'm presenting the program in a number of different places, and although I'm disappointed about the cancellation in Boston, I do hope to perform soon in the area. The music spans a whole range from, traditional gospel, early Negro spirituals, things that I grew up with, or things that I came to a deeper understanding of. A lot of liturgical music, including Bach, and then contrasting it with more personal compositions. So hopefully a lot of different colors will come through, but then people will also see how they connect.
You're a creator as well. Are you using this time as a prompt, as a way to process, especially recognizing how song connects us and it is our way through society and through times?
Definitely. I think a really special thing about this time is it's not exactly like it's been a huge impetus to make a lot of new things, but it's been the gift of a lot of time and space to explore more deeply things that I've already been interested in.
As I mentioned at the outset, a lot of Boston area audiences will know you from The Black Clown that you did at American Repertory Theater and then took on to New York.
From Africa to Georgia.
I understand that you're going back to that project and continue to work with it. What are you doing?
Definitely. With my close collaborator and friend, I kind of refer to him as my art husband, Zach Winokur. He was the director for The Black Clown. The two of us have been asked by Lincoln Center to kind of open up a conversation connected to that piece. So right now we're kind of making something for the digital space, since that's where we all live right now. That is a further...
I should just interrupt, actually, and I should mention for people who didn't have the opportunity to see the piece, it is based on Langston Hughes' poem and what you've done with it, how you've interpreted that piece.
Definitely. Yes, along with the composer Mike Schachter, a collaborator I've known since college, we dove really deep into that poem.
Oh, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home.
And figuring out how to realize it for the stage, because that was kind of Langston Hughes's initial, I guess, wish for the poem. It's structured that way to be performed in front of people. So we wanted to figure out what is it to, put one's life experience into that word, into those words, into that monologue.
Davóne Tines, such a pleasure to speak with you, and we all look forward to a time where we'll be back in the concert hall together, especially to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.